What's going on?
Welcome to the live stream. We are live. We are live, guys. Welcome to the live stream. Awesome. You guys are just tuning in. I started the live stream a couple seconds ago, so welcome. You just messaged the Telegram. Yeah, I forgot the music. Well, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. How are you guys doing tonight? You guys are just tuning in. Don't forget to leave a like. Shout out to guys on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Alfredo, what's up, bro? When XLM finally going to break out, brother? We'll take a look at XLM, but I believe soon. I believe XLM has, you know, we might see XRP break out first, but I believe XLM has been holding. I mean, even here the Gaussian channel for XLM. This is what's beautiful here. It's been support, right? So XLM has been holding this as support. So I believe that this is probably the higher low, and we can start, you know, this is probably the start of this uptrend to break the previous top here. But we're probably gonna see XRP break out first, I would say. But Bitcoin 106K. Look at that, guys. Leave a like. Bitcoin going to 106 today. Hopefully we have a bullish day. A bullish night, I mean. But yeah, this is the Gaussian channel too for you guys just tuning in. I've been sharing this. It's a free indicator, by the way, but you can see how we basically tagged twice. I believe the third time that we make contact with the Gaussian channel will probably be the bear market. So honestly, but yeah, and if you guys are just tuning in, today's the last day for the 10%. Use the code SIR to get it. The last day for my course. If you guys are interested in learning the 8 signals to sell the top, it's a course focused on selling the top of this crypto market. It's not a generic crypto course. It's just focused on selling the top. The 8 signals will help you with that, because I 100% believe when we're at the top, all the 8 signals are going to flash red, and that's what's going to help me take my profits. You know what I mean? So definitely check it out. We're taking a look here at Bitcoin. We are overbought finally on the weekly again, but what I like here about Bitcoin is on the monthly we're still down here. Stochastic is still all the way down here, so we still got to look. Honestly, we might top out next time we're overbought on the monthly, right? So next time we're overbought again on the monthly might be the top for Bitcoin. We'll see what happens. And also, I believe, look, the third time we make contact with the Gaussian channel, I believe it's over. I believe we'll break it and the bear market will be here. But I don't believe that's going to be anytime soon. I believe we're going to have the explosive part before making contact again with the Gaussian channel somewhere in the future. But thank you guys. Thank you for the likes. Don't forget to like. I want to show you here the Gaussian channel from last bear market, last bull market, that is, in 2021. We can see we actually made contact with it twice here. Boom, boom. And then the third time, and this was within a year, basically. So within a year, Bitcoin bounced off the Gaussian channel twice, and then the third time, it broke it. See? Summer, what's up, Summer? Thank you for the hearts. Go follow Summer, guys. ZZ, thank you for coming to the live stream. Thank you. Anytime. So that's why I believe the third time we come down here on the Gaussian channel will probably be a signal that the top was in. The top, because back here when we made contact with the Gaussian channel the third time, right, we were already down here. We were at 49k. Yeah, I mean, yeah, around 49k. But the thing is, guys, this is why these indicators are so important, because I would say 80% of the people in crypto were still super bullish here. But if you would have seen this, Gaussian channel break, that would have been clear to you that the top was in. I mean, there was a lot of bearish things going on there. So a conservative price prediction, probably 150k. But I think my prediction is 174. But I'm still open-minded that we can go to 200 plus. I do think there's a possibility Bitcoin can, in the right environment, go above 200. Frank says, what event do you think will send us to bear market? Maybe a SEC crackdown again. Great question. He wants to know what type of event can basically bring us down to the bear market. Man, I believe once we get some super, honestly, I think if we get like, I think in the event of us getting taxes free, no taxes on crypto, right, on federal, that could be an event. As bullish as that seems, right, usually it's like super bullish, like crazy euphoric news that comes out.
Subscriber.
That usually signals the top. So my conservative price prediction was 150k. 150k for Bitcoin top. Stefan, thank you, man. Thank you, I appreciate it. And if you guys are new to me, definitely follow. I do a lot of crypto streams daily. But welcome if you guys are new, especially if you're a beginner in crypto. I'm here to help a lot of beginners if you're new to crypto, so feel free to ask any questions. Maybe you want me to check out a certain coin. Moonwell, I think Moonwell is okay. Pretty low cap, so it's riskier, but if you believe it will, it's on base, right? If you believe in base, then it doesn't hurt to have some Moonwell. I mean, I have a couple base coins like Alien Base that's super low cap. So yeah. JR says, bro, can you pull up Kita KTA? Sure. What's up, Jay? What's up, Jay Pizzle? Yeah, we already have 4,000 likes. Thank you. You guys been killing it with the likes. What is it, KTA? I never heard of this coin before. I never checked it out. KTA. It's on Blowfin. Honestly, I don't know if this is the right chart, but yeah, I think this is on PolyNX. I mean, this coin looks kind of weird. This is like a low cap coin. It has to be, right? I mean, it looks like the couple days it just blasted off. So I'm pretty sure this is like a lower cap, but it's weird because it's 80 cents here on Blowfin. But I'll just be careful with this coin, because usually when we have a big pump like this, we might have a big dump in the coming day or so. Right? You never want to buy into green candles. But if you do want to get eventually, I'll definitely wait for like a dip possibly. Stefan says, I was thinking to short it in a couple of months from now, still waiting. To short what coin? What coin were you thinking to short? Oh, it's on Aerodrome? Oh, damn. Okay, I didn't know. Wait, how is it on Aerodrome if it's a layer 1? Because Aerodrome's it's a DEX for base chain, right? Marco, what's up, Marco? You think Bitcoin will do 150K? Yeah, 150K. And that's what I said. Someone asked me what's my conservative price top for Bitcoin is 150K. Right now I'm sticking with 174. Mine is kind of in the middle. Like 200K, I believe we can go past 200K. 150K is a conservative price prediction. And then 174K, I'm kind of in the middle. But again, I would not be surprised if Bitcoin goes past 200K. So it can very well happen. And again, guys, we are just like Michael Saylor said, I believe we are in the beginning stages of the gold rush for Bitcoin. I really do. Bitcoin, of course, I want to short. Oh, Bitcoin, okay. A 4x leverage, don't want to get greedy. Yeah, I mean, look, shorting, that's the beauty about trading, right? You can make money on the market coming down too. It's just that I would be careful shorting. If I were to short, I would definitely not be in long term, of course, right? Because Bitcoin's been in this mega uptrend. So, and it's been, every correction it's been bouncing off very strong. Like this was a very strong reversal here. So if I were to short, like for example, if I were to short, if Bitcoin does dump and you get your profits, just like you said, don't get too greedy, take those profits, but don't be in the short for a long time, for long term, because the trend is your friend, right? Bitcoin's been in this heavy uptrend and it has everything to explode higher to 120K. So this is my opinion. Epsil says, I will start to DCA at 120. You're gonna start to DCA on Bitcoin at 120K? Why? Why not now? What do you think Bitcoin will drop in the bear market? Great question. Yeah, let's actually take a look at that, right? What are some price points here Bitcoin can drop here in the bear market? So, without looking at indicators or anything, for sure, this is Bitcoin's biggest point of control. I think this is Bitcoin's biggest point of control in history right here, because we had a double top and we also had a correction that we bounced off here, creating a higher low. So for sure, next bear market, I believe Bitcoin has everything to come into this point of control range, which is around 68K all the way to like 49, 48K. Okay. Now, I don't necessarily think that'll be the bottom, right? The bottom most likely, I think the bottom might be in this range right here. So you see this gap right here? I believe Bitcoin will come down to fill in this gap for the next bear market bottom. So this for sure, Bitcoin will come back to this level, 49 to 68, this range. As far as the bottom, I believe we'll come down here. So the lowest is 29, 30K. We might not come down that low, to be honest, but that's the low of the bottom here. And then the high is 38K. So possibly somewhere in this range, right? Maybe 32, 33. But I do think that Bitcoin will come back down here, fill in this gap. So just my opinion. Bebop says, what do you think Bitcoin will drop to? Oh yeah, I already read that. You're right, but what goes up must come down. Yeah. I'm just saying that, because it doesn't look like Bitcoin is hasn't shown any signs, confirmation of a top yet, right? But once we do top out and we do have confirmation that we have topped out, then you want to start shorting mostly for Bitcoin. Marco says, how are you doing today, Lewis? Hope you're feeling bullish. I'm doing great. I'm bullish too. I'm Bitcoin 105, 106. But I'm doing great today. Hope you guys are doing great too. And I think right now the play, guys, right now is to look at altcoins that you believe will recover. Because when they do recover, they're gonna come up big. I think that's the play right now. But again, a big tip for this is make sure it's an altcoin that's looking good on the charts. Like it has a bullish structure. And that you believe in it, right? You believe it will recover, break all-time highs, and outperform Bitcoin later on in altcoin season once Bitcoin dominance starts to downtrend. I mean DCA. Okay, DCA, I got you. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. 120K. Joyce says, do you have a time frame of what will happen? Yeah. And thank you guys for the follows. If you guys are new to me, definitely follow. I do crypto live streams daily, crypto content. So appreciate all the follows, the likes. I think so will do well this bull run. Yeah, Solana. I think Solana's 660 to 1,000. Anywhere between there. Solana can definitely. Can you check out Sui? Yeah, for sure. Check out. We'll see how Sui's doing today. Before we check out Sui, let's take a look here at the daily. I forgot to take a look here at the daily. Is this my watch list? No, this is the top 100. So, wow. Looks like Aave is like the only altcoin that's up today, up 10%. So, pretty good sign right there for ETH. Aave being one of the main Ethereum coins, up 10%. But most of the altcoins are down today. Oh, ETH is actually up 3% too. So Aave and ETH showing some strength there today. Let's check out the top 200. Let's see what's going on there. So look at that Turbo. Let's go, guys. We're the Turbo holders out there. Up 8%. And wow, look at that KTA. So whoever mentioned KTA, it's up 18% today. Ronin 6%. So yeah, most of the market is down today, which is all good. But let's check out Sui. Let's see how Sui is doing. And of course, if you guys want me to check out any coin, definitely comment it. We'll check it out, of course. I don't have Sui. Let me add it to my watch list. I forgot to add it. There we go. Nah, I like the fact that Sui bounced off the Gaussian channel. The middle band right there. So, really bullish. The thing though is, like, I believe Sui, I believe will probably come down up here to the top Gaussian channel. And the Gaussian channel is a free indicator. It's not one of my indicators. It's a free one. But I've seen this happen so many times when we basically do something like that, right? We're always gonna retest that Gaussian channel top as support, eventually putting in a higher low, and then off we go. So this is what I see here for Sui. Might not happen right now. We might go a little bit higher, but eventually we'll come down to retest that Gaussian channel top band right there. So, and I've been saying this the last two streams. I've been saying, people are like, oh, should I buy Sui? Should I buy Sui? And I said short term no, because we have everything to downtrend. But long term, of course, the long term Sui is definitely one of the most bullish coins here based on the charts. You can see it's been looking amazing. So, anytime, Marco, anytime. And of course, guys, nothing here is financial advice. I'm just giving you guys my honest opinion on what I see in the charts, right? You're one of the few people that keep it real and genuine, brother. Man, thank you, man. That means a lot to me. Thank you, Marco. Appreciate the kind words. But Yeah, I do like Sui. Can you check Peanut? Has Peanut I know it started recovering a little bit, right? USA Tech 100. We'll take a look at Peanut real quick. Yeah, so Peanut, it is recovering. It is showing good signs here of a nice recovery. So, but short term, short term we're very bearish. We're definitely gonna retest this level right here, especially for a meme coin like Peanut. I mean, if I was trading, that's one thing too, guys. This week, in the future, this week, I'm gonna do a live streams of trading, like live trading. So, stay tuned for that. But if I was trading this week, or like, I'll definitely be short. I mean, this is, you know, short term. I'll definitely be shorting this. But long term, I mean, it's bullish because Peanut has been showing good signs here of a possible recovery. So, looks pretty good. And if you guys are just tuning in, today's the last day to get 10% off. Use the code SIR in the link in my bio for my course. If you guys didn't know, I just released a course 3 days ago, and it's a course called the 8 Signals to Sell the Top. It's focused on basically selling the top of the crypto market, and I give you 8 signals that will possibly flash red, like flashing red, when we're near the peak of the bull market. Right? Basically, the purpose and my goal of this course is to grow your intuition as a trader and an investor on when to take profits, when to sell, when to get out of the crypto market. Right? That's the purpose of this course. So it's not just a generic crypto course. It's focused on selling the top. And you'll get my cheat sheet, my Fibonacci settings, and strategy, and my indicators for 1 month. So there's a lot of bonuses too. So check it out if you guys are interested. Today's the last day for 10% off. Just use the code SIR, and it's in the link in the bio if you guys are interested. Lucian says, win Lambo. But yeah. Yeah, it's in my bio. It's the link in my bio. When you click on it, it should show this. Right? And then to add it, you just click purchase, and then you add. It should pop up, and it should say promo code, like right here at the bottom. Yeah, promo code. And then and there's actually multiple ways to pay. You can even pay with crypto, but it's like any card. So it takes card, crypto, Cash App. So, but yeah. And it's also, by the way, it's like 3 hours worth of content. I don't know why it's like this color. There we go. That's better. Yeah. So for some of you guys wondering the benefits, so it's 3 hours worth of content of just showing the 8 signals, diving deep into the charts, showing you guys divergences, chart patterns, right? I show you my secret Fibonacci strategy, my cheat sheet you'll get, and all my indicators for 1 month. So Lucian says, think Toshi will hit 1 penny. What price is Toshi at right now? Anytime, man. Thank you. Thank you for coming to the live. All right, so yeah, let me see if I can find it. Pangu. Yeah, we'll check out Pangu. What was the other coin? Algorand. We gotta check out Algorand. Oh, so the course. Someone asked how much is the course. So the course is $219, and with the promo code it goes to $197. Right. But yeah, I mean, I feel like my goal is to over deliver in the course, and you know, I have 3 hours worth of content. I have a bunch of bonuses, all my 10 indicators along with the log waves, my private indicators on TradingView. So thank you, Marco. Appreciate it. Let's check out Algorand, see how Algorand's doing some targets. And I'll show you my my Fibonacci technique that you'll learn in the course too. We'll use it right here on Algorand to look at its price prediction. Right, but we can see some good looking price action here for Algorand. Right. You also get my settings too and how I use it. I explain how I use it and how you can also predict, you know, price movements, which is going to be good for trading. So if you want to trade, right? So like, for example, you could have used this to your advantage to basically short Algorand right here at 0.5. See? This is why learning Fibonacci is so important, because right there, you could have started shorting Algorand 50 cents all the way back down to 18 cents. That would have been a good short. Especially if you're good at, you know, risk management and your leverage trading. But as far as some price all-time highs here for Algorand where you should be taking profit, you can see 696 all the way to 10 bucks, right? If Algorand recovers, which it has been showing good signs that it will, putting in some higher lows. So 6 to 10 bucks could be the top here for Algorand. Its all-time high last bull market was 278, so not that bad. And at some point, Algorand was looking dead this bull market until we had this God candle, right?
New subscriber.
What happened to Hood? Well, what do you mean, Robin Hood? All right, what was the next coin? Pangu, right? What's up, Brian? Man, we got 45 people on YouTube. Let's go. We got 45 on YouTube, 34 on TikTok. You guys been killing it. What's up, Rick? But some of you guys want me to check out XRP. Let's check out Pangu real quick, and then we'll check out XRP, some of the other coins. So Alfredo says, XRP, how high do you think it will go this bull run? So many people on the line saying crazy numbers. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll do a realistic price prediction for XRP. I know a lot of people are saying crazy things. By the way, if you guys are on YouTube, don't forget to like. We got like 40 people. We only got like 6 likes. So just a reminder. But Pangu, I mean, Pangu is looking good. It's just kind of similar to Peanut, right? It's short term, it's probably gonna come back down. So I'll probably be shorting this coin. But long term, it's showing signs of a recovery because of this candle right here. So then in just this one candle, we basically recovered from the past 8 weeks or so. And now we're building support here. But look, in the short term, we'll probably come back down here. Okay. But that's bullish, right? I mean, we're coming back down to retest, put in a higher low. So that's what I see for Pangu. XRP Army, yeah. And here's the thing about XRP, guys. XRP is one of my top holdings in my portfolio. But my attitude on XRP, it's like XRP, either people hate it, and we have a lot of influencers that hate it, or people love it and they say some crazy predictions, right? I'm the person that's kind of in the middle. I don't say any crazy predictions or anything like that, but at the same time, I don't hate it. Like, I don't disregard XRP. And that's why, you know, I made so much content when XRP was here in the 40 cents, when I was buying a ton too, and then we went up crazy, right? But we got the XRP Army that's saying some. Look, the reason why they see a lot of crazy numbers, one is obviously to clickbait or whatever, right? To farm engagement on their videos or whatever, and that's obnoxious. But another part too is, if XRP actually does get implemented the way that they plan, you know, basically their goal, then yeah, I mean, it could really reach some crazy numbers. So they do have a point there. It's just that it needs to basically align, right? They really need to get these goals aligned, and it's not going to be overnight, right? It might take some time before doing something like that. So it's not like we're just gonna skyrocket to 1,000 or something. But let's do a price prediction here, a realistic price prediction. So yeah, so we got May from this bear market, right? Let's put it right there. Right there. So what's interesting here is you can see how XRP during that time when I was, you know, basically talking good about XRP when it was in the 40 cents. We actually bounced off the 618 right there. Right, we came back down. We were kind of like basically for over a year plus just ping-ponging here between the 0.5 and 618 until we got a God candle. Right, and what's super bullish about XRP is the fact that Bitcoin came down 30% correction and XRP was basically holding its previous all-time high. So that's very good. And we did wick down here to 163, but that was long lasted. Not long lasted. So XRP has been showing a lot of strength, a lot of buyers. As far as some price points here for XRP, we have 8 to 12 bucks. You know, we might see, and then the 618 brings us to around 27. So these are some realistic price points for XRP. Compared to what a lot of people say, like 1,000 plus or something like that. At least for this bull market cycle, right? At least for this bull market cycle, we got 8, 12, and then 618, the more bullish scenario, 27. So not bad targets for where XRP was back here, and it's, I mean, still even at $2, not a bad price. So yeah. Alfredo says, I just got a lot of XRP at 40 cents and it went to over 3. Can't deny those numbers. Yeah, like I said, if XRP really gets implemented and it really is that, you know, the coin that gets its goal, then it's going to be some really high numbers eventually. So I am bullish on XRP. I don't know. I think I got delayed. Right, because look, XRP is like still
higher. New donation.
Rick, thank you, bro.
Rick Martinez donated $2 through Super Chat.
Appreciate it.
COTI, a price prediction this bull run.
Thank you for the super chat, bro. We'll definitely check them out. Because I think the XRP case is not 100% done yet, right? So maybe something like that. So let's check out HBAR here for Rick Martinez. HBAR is another great coin too. I believe this is fundamentally this is a really good coin, right? And you know, for me, HBAR is a long-term hold. I think this is definitely one of the coins that can actually reach its these numbers right here. We're gonna look at the price prediction, but we can see that, you know, if you remember during 2024 when HBAR had that fake news, right? It basically had this crazy candle where it skyrocketed here to 18 cents and then back to like 6 cents, and then we went down, right? But recently on this drop, that was actually support. So we flipped that resistance as support. So very good for HBAR doing that. And now it looks like it's putting in the higher low. See? So it looks like that past resistance just became a support here in the higher low. So like I said, it's not like HBAR came all the way back down here to the 618 and it's kind of like struggling like many coins are. No, it's holding this level. So it's showing a lot of strength, a lot of buyers. And some of the price points here for HBAR, man, I mean, we got $1.22 to $1.82. And then the 618, the most bullish scenario, brings us to 340. Right? But the most likely probability is that we top out somewhere in this range, 122 to 170, 176. Again, like I teach this in my course, and the main thing about this, guys, is that it helps you have a plan on profit taking, because during the top of the bull market we get kind of greedy, kind of euphoric, and we hold on longer than we should instead of taking profits at a critical Fibonacci point, right? So that's why I made this course. That's why I made the 8 signals course, to help you guys have a straightforward mind and stick to your plans, stick to your price points. I've been since 2019, so I wasn't here in 2017. I wish I would have got in 2017, but I was definitely a lot younger then. But at least I was happy to get in 2019. Hey, what's up, Patty? Alfredo says, Sir Lewis, thank you, and God keep you blessed for helping out online crypto family, trying to make some positive money on here with great advice. Man, Alfredo, man, God bless you too, man. Thank you so much, and I hope you make some really good profits this bull market, you know, as well as everyone here in the live stream. That's the goal, guys. Never forget the goal. PB Jelly says, hey bro, what's a good profit taking strategy? Great question. I mean, obviously Fibonacci, which I teach in my course, right? Using Fibonacci. But I would say another, along with Fibonacci, is basically laddering out, right? So a lot of people DCA and just buy at the lows like every single week or month, right? We're going lower, you buy a little bit more. Same thing with laddering out. You ladder out as we go higher, you take profits and more and more and more, right? Maybe Bitcoin's at 200K, and then you take some big profits, because as we go higher and higher, there's a probability that the top will be in. So laddering out as we go higher based on Fibonacci, I think is a great strategy. Do OXT? Sure. Oh yeah, we'll check out. Yeah, I forgot about Rick's picks too. COTI, ADA. Let's do a OXT real quick, but we'll check out ADA real quick. I got you, bro. So OXT. Let me see if I can find the full chart. I believe it's this one. Yeah. So OXT. I'm gonna start rating a lot of the charts. I forget about rating the charts. So I'm gonna start rating some of the charts from F to A. Yeah. But we see OXT is still pretty low here. It's, you know, bear market levels. So not too good. But let's see some of the resistance points. Yeah, 618. Every time, guys, every time, it's always the 618 here for a lot of these bearish coins that get some rejection here. So it's not impossible for OXT to recover, but it's gonna need to do a lot, right? We're gonna need to start to really create an uptrend, which we haven't yet. So if you wanna play this safe, instead of buying right here for OXT, you can wait for a confirmation. So once OXT starts to, you know, 3 candles, 2 candles start to have this momentum to the upside, that's when you can start buying. Because if you buy right here thinking that it's going to recover, you're basically just gambling, right? Because we can definitely break this support, go lower, and then just never recover. So you want to see some confirmation right there. That's my style of trading. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not the most bullish. I'll probably rate this like a D, but it's still not impossible to start recovery. It just needs to create, you know, start uptrending very soon and following the market. But there you go. Thank you guys for all the likes. You guys have been killing it. Let's check out ADA. Yeah, I know a lot. Everyone has their own ways of using Fibonacci. It's just the way that I use mine, right? I know people use it differently. It's just my own strategy that I created, that I have that I had consistency on. So, and I mean, for example, right here, right before we look at ADA, right, ADA's top. I mean, just showing you guys my Fibonacci strategy, which I teach in my course, but you know, ADA's top right there, you can see it was right on, right? You can see right there if you get it, right there. I mean, that's pretty close right there to the 0.27. And if we don't get this wick, because I don't like getting wicks that much, yeah. If we don't get the wicks like that, you can see that's right on that 0.38. Because I don't like getting wicks because the candle is just much more important than closing. But we can see that 0.38 right there from last bull market. I mean, you can see that's really accurate right there. That would have been, you would have looked at this and I'm like, okay, I should be taking profits here on ADA, but instead we had so many people euphoric that, I mean, there was a lot of people bullish on ADA here, and that was the top. We hit $3. And oddly enough, the total market cap top was also 3 trillion. So but let's do a price prediction here on ADA for this bull market using Fibonacci, because I think ADA is one of the most bullish coins here. We can see why we're bullish here, why we're so bullish on ADA, right? That golden pocket, the 618. We're basically flipping it as support. So it was resistance at one point. Now it's support to continue this nice rounding out here, in which at some point we're going to go parabolic. Right, so this is good. This is what you want to see. And this is the same pattern that happened here, right? You have a nice rounding out like this until it got to a point where we went vertical. So this is what Dogecoin is doing. This is what a lot of bullish altcoins are doing. And this is why I want to help you guys find those altcoins that look bullish in the charts, because I think that's the most important thing. Instead of buying coins that look bearish on the charts, like Polkadot, for example, you're buying coins that most likely will recover and put in new all-time highs. I'm in the US. Yeah, still got Doge. So Brandon, I have a Telegram. I have a Discord too, but we're more active in the Telegram. We got over 1,000 people. But if you're on YouTube, it should be in the description. So you just click on the description. Let me see if it shows here. Yeah, click on the description, and then there should, if you scroll, you will see where it says join Cryptopolis, and then that's the Telegram right there. We got over 1,000 people, so definitely check it. So Cardano, $6 all the way to $8 conservatively, right? And then the 618 is the most bullish scenario at 17, 16. So those are some price targets for Cardano. I think they're pretty realistic. I don't think they're out of sight. What do you mean entries? Yeah, definitely join, bro. We gotta, if you want to join a friendly crypto community, you know, where people are open-minded, definitely join Cryptopolis, my Telegram. We got over 1,000 people, so. Jacob says, can you look at the total 3 on the 1 hour? The total 3. Total 3. Let's check out here. So the total 3 is basically the crypto market excluding Bitcoin and ETH. Right? Yeah. Now look, my opinion on the total 3 is that I just believe the total 3 is basically delayed. is it's basically following the total 2 and total 1, and eventually it'll look like the total 1. So this is the total 3, and then this is the total 1, right? So you can see how the total 1 is higher, a tad bit higher, obviously because of Bitcoin. And then the total 2 is actually around this, near the same price as the total 3. Let's see here. It's not too different. So that's the total 2. Yeah, so it's basically the same when you look at it. But ultimately, I believe the total 3, total 2 will eventually follow the total market cap and Bitcoin moving up. But on the hourly, let's check out here on the hourly, like you said. Total 3 on the hourly. Yeah, I mean, on the hourly, we're getting some heavy resistance here. I mean, this could be a good time to short. So you might come back down a little bit here on the total 3. Just because usually when we come back up here, we usually have a drop, right, to put in the higher low. And then if we are bullish, we'll put in the higher low and then break it on the second attempt. So what I'm actually looking here for chart patterns, you know, a bullish chart pattern is obviously that inverted head and shoulders. So we can have an inverted head and shoulders. It'll look something like that to the upside. I also teach chart patterns in my course if you guys want to learn more about patterns, bullish patterns. So we can have something like that play out. That'll be very bullish. So if you do have a big drop, guys, that's gonna be bullish. What's up, Uncle Dam? Uncle Dam's Sam. If America doesn't get this Genius Act bill passed, what's the Genius Act bill? Let us know. Yo, what's the Genius Act bill about? Marco says, can you do hype? Hyperliquid. Let's take a look here at Hyperliquid. Wow. Safety, take 90% of your profit between yellow and orange line. Yeah. Yeah. So at the moment, I don't have like a VIP channel or like a private group or anything like that. I do have a free group on Telegram of over 1,000 people. It's just because maybe I might have one in the future when I have more time. It's just because, you know, making a private group, you gotta spend a lot of time, you know, in trades and all those things. And recently I just been focusing on my course and my membership with my indicators and everything like that. So, but I do have a free Telegram community. So Hyperliquid, man, this is very bullish here the last weeks or so. I mean, we came down with the market to $9 here, the bottom being here in April, and we actually had a earlier recovery, and we've been basically recovering fully here. So Hyperliquid is a newer coin, but as for a new coin, I mean, 99% of new coins that come out don't recover like this, right? This is basically a V-shaped recovery, right? So very bullish for Hyperliquid. Obviously, I'm gonna say short term I'm bearish because it basically recovered and now it's in this point of control right here. So that's why it's slowing down. That's why it didn't keep going up. So I mean, this has everything to pull back, and it's normal. It's bullish even if we pull back a little bit before breaking that heavy resistance right there. But long term, this looks bullish. I know a little bit of Hyperliquid. I know it's like a big DeFi coin, but the chart looks pretty bullish. So Uncle on YouTube, he said that the Genius Act is basically, it's about crypto, and the Senator bill wants to get his past. It's America revolutionizing the global financial system. But what is it specifically about crypto? Is like bullish. What's the specific regulation about crypto? If China takes on being the crypto capital of the world, then America loses and we get left behind. Yeah, I mean, look, I think what Trump is doing, I think he's making it so we have everything to be the crypto capital of the world, right? And I do believe we're ahead of China. So I think we will become the crypto capital of the world. And the good news is the fact that for us to be the crypto capital of the world, obviously at some point we have to take down taxes on crypto, at least American crypto first, right? Because I mean, imagine being the crypto capital of the world and still taxing crypto. So I mean, we recently saw news that Missouri is the first state to abolish state taxes on crypto, so that was pretty good. There's still federal taxes on crypto, but that's a good sign. We're starting to see, you know, states like Missouri and other states probably interested in taking away taxes on crypto, and hopefully federal taxes will be taken away soon. So that's very good news for you guys. The only thing though, guys, is I wouldn't be waiting for that to happen if we're in the euphoric bull market. I feel like that would be something to make you hold on if it's being promised, you know what I mean? Like what I mean is like we might be at the top of the bull market, Bitcoin 200K, altcoin season is here. You make maybe like 200 grand or something crazy like that. And then we still don't have taxes on crypto, but they come out and say, oh, we're about to take out taxes on crypto soon. Just hold on, blah, blah, blah. Right? I would not hold on. I would take profits even though the taxes are there, because we might top out and you might just be holding, expecting taxes to be taken away. And then next thing you know, we're down 50%. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just saying that because that might kind of force people to hold when they should be taking profits. But hopefully, I mean, I hope it happens before. Yeah. The Genius Act, Beyond says, pretty sure basically the Fed wants to back the dollar of crypto. Hopefully. That'd be pretty cool. It's just, you know, Bitcoin would be the main reserve, right? The Genius Act is a historic first step in establishing regulatory framework for stable coins and asserting dollar dominance. Okay. They want to... When is this supposed to be passed? Is it going to be in the next coming months? Pound's looking shaky. Rick says, when do you think the peak for altcoin season will be this market? Right now, I mean, it could be quarter. Look, if we keep blasting off, if we have a bullish summer heading into a bullish fall, probably Q4 2025. If not, if we have another dip correction, but we're still in this nice uptrend, then even possibly 2026 Q1 or even Q2. Because I think altcoin season is gonna last longer, but it's not gonna be as explosive, I think. So and this bull market has been the most longest bull market we've had. Obviously, mainly Bitcoin, because in the beginning of the bull market, Bitcoin is the #1 coin that dominates, right? The best way I like to put it is Bitcoin moves like an altcoin before altcoins move like an altcoin. So I do believe that we will have altcoins flying. It's just that this bull market has been much more mature because of the ETFs. There's a lot more smart money, and I mean, literally all these big players are in the crypto market now that weren't last last bull market. You have Fidelity, you have, you know, all BlackRock and all these big players. So it's definitely different. Those ones, crypto like stable coins will be part of the generational wealth. Yeah, man, I believe it. Yeah, the golden age, exactly. Ando is going to do great things with XRP. Yeah, Ando's great. I think Ando's at a great price too, under $1, and being one of the leaders in RWA. Hey, what's up, Jay? How you doing, bro? So this is one of my indicators too, by the way. The log waves. So Uncle said June 14th, the global payment system switches to XRP. June 14th? Or you think in June? And if that's true, I mean, June's gonna be next month is gonna be super bullish for XRP then, right? You want to make sure you got your XRP bag before June. I mean, even on this dip, I got some more XRP. So, I mean, my XRP holdings is one of my top holdings in my portfolio. The Chinese government restricted crypto before the start of the last bears. Oh, really? They did the same thing now? Some YouTubers saying this bull run will remain 29 days. Thoughts? So, I'm guessing he's saying the altcoin season will be 29 days, right? I mean, I think it's going to be longer. I think it'll be at least... It'll be more than a month, in my opinion. Oh, July 17th. Okay. So is it June 14th or July 17th? Heragot says, I'm bummed you bought OXT above 7 cents and then it dips. I mean, OXT, it's down a lot, right? But it can definitely still recover. There's been a lot of bullish news regarding OXT that I heard. Oh, okay, that's the date they have listed for the switch. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like the next 2 months is gonna be pretty big for the ISO coins like XRP. Definitely gonna be exciting. Yeah, like I said, 2026, and let me see if I can find that chart. Where's that chart? I know I have it here somewhere. It's like the famous chart where it shows times of high prices and predictions and stuff. I'm trying to find it. Yeah, I know it's here somewhere. Gary says, all I need is Chainlink, Ondo, and Ethereum. I mean, those are pretty safe picks. Especially Chainlink, right? Oh, okay, there's 2 announcements, one in June and July. Okay. Uncle says, buy all ISO coins. Select few but great coins like HBAR, Solana, XLM. Solana's a part of it too. I thought Solana wasn't part of it. I basically have all of them. XLM, XRP. And I mean, XLM, every time XRP pumps, XLM pumps after, right? So if you're trading, if you're a trader and you can put in leverage trades, if you see XRP pop off and XLM, right, there's a gap before XLM pops off. that's definitely a great trade right there. It's long XLM. Because I seen it, it happens every single time. Every single time. TR says, can I start with 20 bucks with trading? Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, even before putting your own money, you can do demo trading. But 20 bucks is fine. And my biggest tip is, before you add more money, make sure you have some good wins, right? If you're just getting a bunch of losses, and let's say you got 20 bucks and then you go from 20 bucks to 10 bucks, why would you add more money, right? You just lost 50% of your portfolio. So you want to get consistent before you start adding more money to your trading balance. Jay says, what do you think about meme coins? Any reckon coins to hold? I like meme coins. I know there's a lot of people that hate on meme coins. I'm open-minded to meme coins, and honestly, I don't understand this whole hate with meme coins. I know a lot of them rug this and that, but
Higher new donation.
Rick, thank you, bro.
Rick Martinez donated $2
Let's
through
go.
Super
Thank you.
Chat. COTI, AVAX.
COTI, I
prices
forgot
will
about
run.
COTI. I got you. I'll check out COTI AVAX. But just to finish the question on my opinion on meme coins, I like meme coins. People, think about this. People that were closed-minded about meme coins missed out on some crazy freaking gains the last couple of years. I mean, they were holding a lot of utility coins, and every single pump meme coins are out. Even right now, every time we have some big pumps, meme coins are always outperforming each category in crypto. So I'm bullish on meme coins. Some of the ones that I like Turbo, I like Brett. Obviously the top three, Doge, Shiba, and Pepe, I have a good amount in. But as far as lower cap, I like Turbo, Brett, Elon Mars, Doge, Floki. I think Floki is actually a pretty good one that's kind of in between. Like, it's not high cap, but it's also not super low cap. So I do like Floki, and it has a good chart. But yeah, those are some of the meme coins. Jasmine too. So not Jasmine. I wanted to say Jasmine's a meme coin. But yeah, I do like a lot of those. Yeah, so let's check out AVAX here. Yeah, I do have AVAX. Let's check out AVAX for Rick. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. But yeah, guys, like, don't listen to these guys that hate on meme coins. People literally became millionaires from buying meme coins. Okay, you got to be open-minded to things. It's just that you can't be putting all your life savings in something like that, right? It's all about risk management at the end of the day. So AVAX, this is on TradingView, which is a free platform. So AVAX has been looking pretty good here. We bounced off that 0.78. Now we're getting some rejection here at the 618. So for us to flip bullish, we got to break that eventually. We might stagnate here a little bit, but once we break 25, once we close above the 618, then we can have a sharp rise here to 35 and then to 49 again. But honestly, I think AVAX right now is at a great price. If you believe this coin will recover like I do, it was really, what was it, like 65 bucks March 2024. So at 22 bucks under the 618, I think it's a great deal. Not financial advice. As far as some price points here during the bull market, this might be shocking because these are going to be pretty high, but we might see it 312, right? We got the first target 312 all the way to 450. So I mean, that's not, I mean, the all-time high for AVAX was like 150. So if you believe it will recover, that's 22 bucks is pretty good. Pretty good. So yeah, let's check out COTI. Let me see if I can find the chart. COTI. I think KuCoin probably has a good chart. Yeah, it's pretty good. Love your info, sir. You're a top genuine guy. Marco, man, thank you, man. Again, every time I stream, guys, I'm just giving you guys my honest opinion. And thank you, Marco, for all the likes. Jasmine is gold. Yeah, I got some Jasmine. I do have a little bit of Jasmine. So COTI, let's do let's take a look here at COTI. Let's see how it's looking. It's definitely not looking too bad. Kind of similar to AVAX too, right? Yeah. The only thing is, like, AVAX is actually trying to break its 618. COTI is still down here at that 0.78, so it's a little bit more bearish than AVAX. But the good thing is that we broke that bear market resistance, and then now we're trying to build support on top of that to possibly do something like that, right? Maybe we get like a inverted head and shoulders, which is something like this, which is a bullish pattern. But that's happened. We need to have a big move here, break 618, and then put in the higher low, so we can begin starting an uptrend here. But some of the price points here, if this coin recovers, of course, I would say this too. If we lose that 0.78, so if we start closing below, 6 cents, then that's bearish. At the moment, it hasn't. It's been holding it. But if it does recover, some of the price points, 148 all the way to $2. So if you see COTI start to recover and going near its all-time highs, most likely these are the price points where it'll top out. So like I said, 140 to $2. So just my opinion. SNA, what's up, bro? Thanks for coming to the live stream. And thank you guys for 30,000 likes. You guys been killing it. Jude says, check out Pepe. Jude, let me know if you're still here. I'll check out Pepe. Just let me know if you're still here. Yeah, I'm bullish on Dogecoin. Uncle Sam. One of my top holdings along with XRP. So AVAX can do it. Yeah, AVAX can definitely do it. Ethereum. Yeah, let's take a look. I want to see. I'm kind of curious for Ethereum. Let's actually take a look at the Gaussian channel for Ethereum, because I'm curious on that too. And on the weekly, we just flipped red on the Gaussian channel. Alright, last time we flipped red was right here during the bear market. Right there. But just because we flipped red doesn't mean... I mean, this is a great example right here. When Ethereum flipped red, that was actually the bottom of the bear market. So that was actually a good time to buy when we flipped red on the Gaussian channel. So just because we flipped red doesn't mean that we're going to keep going down and, that the bear market is here. Because you can see here on the weekly, when we flipped red, we put in the bottom and we were starting to recover. Yeah, we came back down, but since then we've just been in an uptrend. And now we just flipped red. Again, same thing. You see the similarity? Right here, we flipped red, we put in the bottom, and we started to recover, pumping up. Now we flipped red right after the recent weeks. We possibly bottom right there, and we started to pump up. You see what I'm saying? So that could actually be a bullish sign right there that Ethereum is starting this uptrend. So yeah, hold ETH. And a big tip for you guys to remember is if you hold ETH Cardano, and Solana. Make sure to stake it. You want to hold money staking it, earn more. Gav's dad, thank you, man. Every time Gav's dad comes, he always sends me a bunch of flowers. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you for all the flowers. Thank you, Summer. By the way, go follow Summer. She makes some great content as well. Oh man, 40. Let's go. Thank you. Thank you for all the roses. You guys been killing it today. We got over 30,000 likes. We got a bunch of gifts. Shout out to Gav's dad. 115. Let's go. What's my favorite coin for 2025? Oh man, look. That's a lot of roses. Wow. Thank you. I normally don't get that amount of roses, so thank you so much, Gav. But my favorite coin for 2025, man, probably Dogecoin. I'm not gonna, I'm just gonna be honest. I'm really bullish on Dogecoin. I think it has a great looking chart, and it's one of the coins that I believe will do very well. That has a, I have a lot of confidence in it. Now, the other coin that I really like too, that's very underrated, is Kaspa. This is going to be Kaspa's first bull market. It's a layer 1. It's a proof of work coin. And I think Kaspa is definitely a coin worth researching on. Because, this coin came out of nowhere in the bear market. And since then, it's just been blasting off. And now it's, had its first big pullback with Bitcoin coming down. But I think Kaspa can be one of the big coins in the future. In a way, it already kind of is in the top 25 or top 30, I believe. Yeah, I believe Shiba will eventually follow Doge. In a way, what I would say is like Dogecoin is like Bitcoin, and Shiba is kind of like Ethereum. Why Doge? Well, because Dogecoin, it has a very, so obviously the charts to me are very important, and just look at this. Dogecoin has a very bullish chart. It's literally following exactly what it did in the past. It's in this nice bullish uptrend, right? It has a really big following. It's the top 10. I wouldn't even consider a meme coin anymore because it's not like it was created back in 2020, 2021, like 99% of these meme coins. And it just has has a track history. It's been following it, has a bullish chart, so that's why I'm bullish on it. And then on top of that, you have someone as big as Elon Musk pushing it with, we don't know what he's going to do with X payments and Doge possibly. So Summer says, how do I purchase the course? So the course will be in the link in the bio. Today's the last day to get the promo code SIR. You get 10% off. But you guys can get it, the link in the bio. It's called the 8 Signals. When you click the link, it looks something like this. And it's on WAP, which I think is a great platform. And you'll get a bunch of bonuses too, like my Fibonacci settings and technique, how I use Fibonacci, the Sir Lewis trading cheat sheet, my indicators, all 10 indicators for a month. And basically the course is focused on selling the top. I provide you 8 signals, which we dive deep into 20, 30 minutes each. And the whole course is about 30 hours plus. So I heard it just came out. What came out? Just came out that ADA stole hundreds of millions. Wow, really? How? Jay says he got some Kaspa at 5. Wow, nice. That's a great price for Kaspa on this stump. I didn't get it that low. I mean, I got it when it was at 3 cents before it pumped up big, but on the stump, I got like around 7-8 cents, which is not that bad. But I mean, you literally bought the bottom for Kaspa this year, in my opinion. But I think Kaspa at 10 cents is still pretty good. Yeah, it's testing its previous support, but still, I think Kaspa is super underrated for what it fundamentally is as a proof of work coin, and a way very similar to Bitcoin. Obviously, no coin is like Bitcoin, but if there is one coin out there, I would probably say Kaspa. So you can see I mean, most likely Kaspa is going to come back down a tad bit, put in the higher low and then break it. But still, I think 10, I mean, we can go down to 8 cents, right? We can possibly go back down to 8-9 cents. Thank you, Crypto Owl. Shout out to Crypto Owl. Austin says, like Pepe, Doge, Brett, Bonk, what do you think will hit 15x? Probably Brett out of those. Brett being the lower cap coin, I think Brett. Why you like XRP? I like XRP. I mean, I like XRP because, you know, they're following... They're one of the OG coins that's still well and alive in the top 5, and they've been following their goals, right? At least till right now. And they, on top of that, they have a really bullish chart. So right, I mean, XRP is one of the OG coins since 2013. And a big reason why we had this big drop was the SEC and everything, but the SEC is gone. The SEC is not going to be targeting XRP anymore. Gary Gensler is out. So it's not like the energy's flipped, right? The energy is in XRP's favor. So I think XRP is a great risk on coin. Because if they do get implemented and actually accomplish their goals, they're going to go to some crazy price points. Anita says, your thoughts on Aerodrome? I don't know what to do with it, losing a lot of money. We'll check out Aerodrome. But I mean, look, if you're bullish on base, Aerodrome, you should be bullish on Aerodrome. Honestly, I might get a little bit of Aerodrome, I think, right here. I don't think it's pretty low here from moments back ago. Obviously, it was, what was it, around like 250? Yeah, it was like 250. It came back down to 63 cents. So yeah, I mean, we lost this low, we put in a new low, but I think Aerodrome, it's the #1 DEX on base. If you believe base is gonna be one of the top platforms, then Aerodrome is it's the #1 DEX, so it's gonna rise up with base doing well and seeing a lot of money flowing in from Ethereum to base chain. So this is why I'm still bullish on Aerodrome and a lot of the base coins. I think right now a good play is to, I mean, we just saw what happened with Sui, right? So I've been saying this before even Sui meme coins blew up, but I've been saying it for so long. If you're bullish on Sui, look into Sui meme coins or Sui dexes and all that. The same thing with base. If you're bullish on base, look at base's dexes, meme coins that are on base, like Bread on base. There's a couple other base meme coins. Toshi, I think, right? Degen. That's what you want to do, because if base does well, those meme coins like Toshi that we saw and other coins are gonna explode up, and Aerodrome too. Here God says, what God showed me about XRP is incredible. Just hold. What did God show you about XRP? What, XRP? Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Toshi is on base. Toshi is on base. I'm curious, what's the biggest meme coin on base? It used to be Brett, right? Is it still Brett? I don't know if it's still Brett. I want to check out some of my other indicators here. I want to share some knowledge here with you guys, some insights here based on my indicators for Bitcoin. So alien base, yeah. I do have some alien base. Right, like I don't have Aerodrome yet. But alien base is basically another DEX on base that's even lower cap. So I think it's a good risk on coin if you believe base is gonna do well. But yeah, look, my opinion here, you see this is one of my indicators here, the 6 MAs. I'm just showing you 3 of them, but the one, what is it, the 50? Yeah, so the baby blue is the 50, right? I think I said this before, but I believe once we break that 50, I think that'll be confirmation that the top is in. So you can see last bull market we bounced, I mean, similar to the Gaussian channel. I think if I were to put this with the Gaussian channel, the 50 will be like right on it. You can see right here. Yeah. You can see the 50 MA, which is baby blue, is like basically right on the Gaussian channel. So next time we break that 50 and the Gaussian channel, just like we did right here last bull market, I believe the top will be in. That's confirmation. So if you get confirmation right here, right, like boom, you can still sell at a decent time before we basically nosedive into the bear market. You see, so just wanted to share with you guys. We've been bouncing off here the Gaussian channel, which is pretty bullish. Is it a good time to buy Algorand right now? I would say so. I think the last time when we looked at algos, it was looking pretty good. Of course, not financial advice, but yeah, I mean, the reason why is because Algorand is showing good signs that it will recover. So like, I would say no if Algorand had a bearish structure, meaning if it got rejected here, was kind of like struggling, like doing something like that, then I would say no. Okay, I would stay away from Algorand. But since Algorand broke its heavy, look, this is its bear market point of control, meaning there was a lot of big points here where we got resisted this bear market. Since Algorand had a god candle and it broke through that, we got rejected exactly in my Fibonacci to 0.5, and we came down with the market, which is normal, but we didn't just come down, we came down to that bear market resistance point of control to possibly flip that as support, create some strength to bounce off and create a higher low. You see what I'm saying? So Algorand doing this, it's in this long-term uptrend, showing signs that it will recover, and it's still pretty low. It's not like Algorand, it's already, you know, recovered 50% or something, but it's showing signs that it will, that it's putting in this higher low right there, and it's starting to recover. So that's why I say I think Algorand is a good deal if you're bullish on it. You see what I'm saying? So like that's how I invest in coins. I look at their structure. Now a great point in reverse, like Polkadot, for example. So that's Algorand, right? Same thing with Cardano, looking even more bullish. Dogecoin too, bullish structure. This is a coin I would buy for sure. Now showing coins that I wouldn't, right? Polkadot, you can see how the structure is different. You see how the momentum is downwards, You see? So a lot of people think differently. A lot of people would buy Polkadot or buy a coin like this because it's all the way down here and it's at super low prices, and oh my gosh, like I'm getting that at $3 when the all-time high was like at 50 or something. But they don't understand the tokenomics. They don't understand inflation. And just because it's super low doesn't mean it. All it means is that the confidence in investors is super low. That's why the price is low. So that's a lower chance of this coin recovering and going higher. Right, my number one quote that I say all the time is, show me the charts and I'll show you the fundamentals. So I'm pretty sure for the coins that have good looking charts, the fundamentals are looking good. Right, and a great example of this is Filecoin, which Filecoin, again, bearish structure. We're below bear market lows. And people might look at this and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy Filecoin because it's at $2. It's lower than its bear market lows of 2022, and its all-time high was, oh my gosh, its all-time highs was at 224. I'm gonna buy Filecoin. But what I say and what I teach is that there's a reason why Filecoin is that low. There's a reason why Filecoin put in a new low this year from 2022, which was the bear market. You see? This is why I say, show me the charts and I'll show you the fundamentals. And when we look at the fundamentals, we'll see that obviously Filecoin has something going on with the tokenomics where they have way more supply than last bull market when it was at 250, 230. So somehow, I don't know how, but they obviously printed into inflation a lot more into supply, and then this is why it's been performing off along with what, you know, what they're developing and all that. So should I sell Bitcoin right now and buy it when it plummets to 100K? I mean, Bitcoin can still go into the 90s. It can definitely go into the 90s. I'll be careful, right? Are you trading it, or do you have like a lot of Bitcoin? Because I'll look here on the weekly. I do think there's a high chance Bitcoin will come back to like 104, maybe even like 103. Yeah, I have some XCN. Quant. QNT. I think QNT has been slowly recovering, right? Not the most bullish chart, but at least on this drop, it didn't break its previous lows. So it's definitely like a neutral chart, right? At some point, it's gonna have to make a move, right? Either we continue this uptrend, or we continue this downtrend. So I think until then, Quant is just gonna like ping pong here between these levels, and then until it breaks out, right? But until it does something like that, until it holds the 618, breaks the 618, that's why it's getting so much resistance right here. All right, until we break that and we hold $100 and continue this uptrend and break these previous resistance points, right? These lower highs here, then we're bearish. But yeah, I have XCN. You're short at 106. Rick says, is Kaspa a dead coin? So Kaspa, not Kaspa. Oh, Casper. Is Casper a dead coin? So a lot of people get a Casper mixed up with Kaspa, but Casper is CSPR, right? It's this coin right here. And let's check it out. I want to see a better chart. Let's check out the Gate.io chart. Yeah, this is it, I guess. Okay. Yeah, so Casper. Yeah, man. I mean, Casper, it hasn't been looking too good. I want to say it's completely dead. But yeah, I mean, this coin, my number one thing I say is be careful buying coins that are below their 2022 lows. And this coin is below its 2022 lows. And you can see every time it pumps, right? You see these wicks up here? You see how it wicks up there like 4 times already? Look at that. It wicked up there 4 times already and it just dropped back down. That's showing a lot of bearish signs that bear market low, like 2022 low, it's acting as resistance. So that's not a good sign. The only way for this to flip bearish and come back to life is if it would continue this uptrend, which it's been in a short-term uptrend. Eventually break that, flip that as support again. And they could do this, right? Crypto moves fast. And then break this next heavy resistance point. If it can do something like that, then yeah, then it's alive. But until then, it's bearish, very bearish. Magnus says, hello, thanks for streaming. Thoughts on AKT? AKT? Akash, right? Akash network. Okay, so Akash, I'm pretty sure this bounce right here is going to be on the 618, right? Let's see if it's on the 618. But let's do Fibonacci. I mean, pretty close, right? Not exactly on the 618, but pretty close to it. And now we're getting some resistance at that point 32 right there. So yeah, I mean, we came down with the market. Now we're starting to pivot. Obviously Bitcoin moves first and then altcoins start to move. So I definitely think this is probably the low here for Akash. Right, it just can't break this low. Well, what it can't do is it can't put it in a lower high here and then break this low and then do something like that. So if you could do something like that, bounce off that 0.5 again, break the 0.32, then it's confirmed the low, you see. But again, the great thing about altcoins right now is that a lot of them are still pretty low and at good prices because they follow Bitcoin slower, right? There's a gap between Bitcoin moving up and then altcoins moving up following Bitcoin. Even when Bitcoin was moving big here, altcoins were kind of slow to it. Yeah, I think I have some Akash too. I forgot about the project. Is it like an AI or DeepIn project? I forgot about it. Oh, it's AI. Okay. Yeah, I do have a little bit of Akash. Bizarre Potato says he just sold some Bitcoin now, waiting for 100K. Nice, man. Nice. Hopefully we can go back there and you can re-enter. But congrats, you sold Bitcoin at 106. I mean, that's pretty good price. Right? You didn't like panic sell here at 72. Like a lot of people. Maybe we're panic selling a lot of coins. I also want to share the Pi cycle indicator. I do have my own version. It's one of my indicators. But I love the Pi cycle indicator, right? Because the past cycles, they gave us the top. So far it's been pretty accurate. And ultimately, basically how it works is there's these two MAs, right? This is my indicator, by the way. It's my version of the Pi cycle indicator. You have the red one, which is 111 MA, and then the 350 MA. And basically, when they basically like become one and like tighten up together, that's usually when the top is in. And we see here in 2021, that's exactly what happened. We got the red signal right there, and that was the top, right? And 2017, same thing happened right here, and then that was the top. And then usually what happens is when the top is in and then we start dropping down, they start widening out, right? So you can see right there, during the best times to buy is when there's like this huge difference between them. And then during the best times to sell is when they're tightening up like this. So trading is very simple, right? Profit taking, it's very simple, and I teach this in my course. This is why I love that Bitcoin, this cycle, has been correcting. Because think about it. I want you to think about this, right? When Bitcoin was here at like 73K, 75, whatever, when it broke all-time highs before the halving, what would happen if Bitcoin would have kept going up to like 100K, basically to where it's at right now? What do you think would have happened with the Pi cycle indicator? Basically 100%, they would have basically contracted and became one, just like the past cycles, and then we would have got a premature top most likely. But since Bitcoin came down, which is healthy, a lot of people get bearish when Bitcoin has these drops, right? But you should get bullish. You should get happy that Bitcoin has these drops. Because having that drop, it basically kind of resetted the Pi cycle indicator. It widened it out a little bit more, so we can go higher, right? And higher in the future. And I do believe that once we do get close and make contact, will be the top, the next top. So yeah, this indicator is it's called a Pi cycle. This is my own version, so it might look different when you guys get it, because it's all my indicators are private. But it is free though. It's called a Pi cycle indicator, and yeah, it's based on two moving averages, the 111, 350. But yeah, I mean, you can see here, right? Once we start to get close here, maybe it's 170, maybe it's 200, who knows, but that's going to be a good time to sell. They're moving averages. So I'll show you the settings here. So they're not an EMA, they're an MA. 111 is the red, and then the green is 350 MA. Right? And like I said, guys, it's very simple. When they're far from each other, when there's this huge difference, that's when you want to buy. That's the best times to buy. When they're close to each other, that's when you want to start to sell. I mean, last cycle, you can see right here. What's actually funny too, last cycle, you can see here back in 2019, right before the pandemic, this is crazy. Look, we were like at 13K, right? We were gonna start contracting here when Bitcoin had this huge move up here to 13K. But since we had the pandemic crash, it widened it out, it delayed the top, and then since it did that, we went much higher. That's what I believe happened right here when Bitcoin broke all-time highs before the halving. We were about to top out if we went to like 80K, 100K, based on the Pi cycle indicator. But since we dropped down to 49K, and then we went up here to 106, we were still pretty wide. And then since we dropped here to 72, we widened it out even more. So when people are bearish on these drops, you got to be bullish, because all these drops are doing it. It's going to catapult us to go much higher. You see? But when we do go higher, when Bitcoin has that explosive end of the bull market and the pi cycle is showing you the red signs, that you got to take profits. You got to make sure to sell. You cannot get greedy or euphoric, right? And of course, I teach the pi cycle indicator in my course. If you guys are interested, definitely check it out in the link bio. What platform do you use to trade stocks? I like TradingView. I think to look, TradingView, and then to trade, I like BTCC, which you don't need a VPN. You can use my link in the link bio. And also this week too, guys, I'm gonna do a live stream where I'm actually like trading. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna do a live stream where I'm like leverage trading, maybe like scalp trading too. It'll be this week, maybe Wednesday, because I have Wednesday off, so I might do it Wednesday. And I'm gonna be doing like some leverage trading, maybe 10x, 20x, who knows? We'll see. We'll have fun. And you'll kind of see my style of trading, scalp trading and all that. Yeah, TradingView. But man, Bitcoin back to 106, guys. Look at that. Bitcoin back to 106. Looking pretty bullish here. Let's take a look on the daily. You can see on the daily we actually had this huge drop, right? And then we're back here to 106. So pretty good. And you can see on the daily, the stochastic, we're basically bottoming out on the middle band right there.
Subscriber.
You see? Thank you for the subscribe on YouTube. But on the weekly though, we are overbought, right? We're overbought on the weekly. Doesn't mean that the top is in here for the weekly. Because just because we're overbought, we can still keep going much higher. It just means that we'll probably sell off a little bit. Like I said, Bitcoin can still go into the 90s. Don't be surprised. But the reason why I'm bullish long term on Bitcoin, and why when we came down here to the 70s, I wasn't bearish. I was still bullish. While a lot of people were calling for Bitcoin to go to the 60s, the 50s, is, you know, on the monthly, we resetted that monthly near oversold territory. So I believe on the monthly, next time we're overbought on the monthly, could be the top for Bitcoin on stochastic. Doesn't mean as soon as we get overbought the top is in, right? But once we do get overbought, that's when you want to start selling or have a strategy on selling. What I think about WIF, haven't looked at WIF yet. I'll take a look at it. WIF is on Solana, right? I mean, WIF is it's starting to recover, so it's looking pretty good here the last 2 months. It's showing good signs of recovery. It's just that short term I'm bearish because it's coming back up here to this support level. That was once support, right? So now it's coming to test it as resistance. So yeah, I mean, we can come up back, retest it, but most likely we're gonna come back down, right? But kind of like a cup and handle formation, right? So short term I'm bearish, medium term I believe we'll put in a higher low, and then long term we'll continue this uptrend. So I'm bullish on WIF. It's just that short term. Usually when we have nice green candles, we'll have like a retracement down. So but kind of curious. Pull a Fibonacci here for a whiff. And you can see that 0.5 is where the resistance is right now, right? As you can see. Thoughts on Griffin? Griffin. Let's take a look at Griffin. I haven't looked at it yet. But I believe this is one of the AI coins, right? One of the AI chats. It's been recovering too, right? Kind of similar to the other coin. The last 2 months, including this month, has been green here. So it looks like it's starting to recover. Again, you know, you want to have a diversified portfolio. I definitely recommend having at least one of these AI chat coins, right? Looking at researching which one you think is the most bullish one. Maybe Griffin is one of them. I think Virtual too. I think Virtual is like the biggest one, right? But I think right now a lot of them are good entries, like Griffin. You can see here on the daily we've been recovering nicely, putting in higher highs, higher lows. We're probably gonna put in the higher low right there and then start moving up. So that definitely looks bullish. I think at some point this bull market, AI coins are gonna really fly. Especially how AI is, you know, even in the stock market, connected to the stock market as well. ZBCN. ZBCN. Yeah, last time I checked it yesterday, it was pretty bullish. Let's see how it's looking today. Wow, it's looking great. I think is it up on the daily? Yeah, so ZBCN. The reason why it's bullish is that it fully recovered right from the dump with Bitcoin coming down. It fully recovered, and now it retraced back down, and it's putting in higher lows. So I believe once we break that top here from back in February and start making that a support, I think that's when it can skyrocket back up here to prices back from back in 2024. But this is very bullish price action here, fully recovering, bouncing off here this big point of control. Because you can see, look, the wicks, you see how it wicks down here to the bear market resistance, or to this point of control, this resistance, and you can see like 1, 2, 3, right? 3 times we get heavy rejected here, boom, boom, until we break it. We come all the way down, and then this we wick above it. So you can see it's kind of like we're kind of rounding out here to go parabolic soon. So this is a good formation here for ZBCN. So I'm bullish on it. Fetch. Take a look at Fetch. Is it? Yeah, it's Fetch. FET. Fetch is another big AI project. And yeah, Fetch came down. Like, I think this where Fetch is right now is its biggest point of control, because it was the all-time high year back in 2021. It was also resistance back in March 2023. And now we came back down to retest those levels, right? This big point of control. As you can see. And if we hold this, man, I mean, Fetch is super bullish if we can hold this. Because ultimately we're in this nice uptrend here. All right, and we're flipping this past resistance as future support to continue this to go much higher, this bull market. So I do like Fetch. I think it's gonna explode with the AI projects once AI really takes off. It's definitely gonna be a leader. XCN. Just checking out all your favorite coins, guys. We go off before I go off. But I appreciate we got almost 40,000 likes this stream. You guys killed it this stream. I should put a... Yeah. So XCN, I'm happy I got XCN down here around, you know, not kind of before where it really started taking off around 02, 03. But it hasn't came down there, right? It hasn't came down that much. So it shows you that there's a lot of strength for XCN. There's a lot of buyers here on this drop. And, you know, we could have came all the way back down here. Right, and we still can. If we're bearish here, if we continue this downtrend, we can still come down there. The market comes down, but at least right now it is very bullish. You can see how it's been holding these levels despite Bitcoin coming down, and you can see how we've been oversold on the weekly, right? So we resetted that weekly. Now the momentum is to the upside. It just needs to break this resistance, because the past weeks this has been heavy resistance. But I do believe with the stochastic coming up, it will eventually break through this wall, right? This wall of sellers eventually start to move up. So oh, you want the fetch targets? Okay, I got you. I should check this one out real quick. So just look at some of the fetch targets here. 4 to 7, and the 618 brings it to like 20. So not a bad deal for where fetch is right now, but around 4 to 7 conservatively. Right, which could be like a 7x, and then the 618 being the most bullish scenario, $20. So yeah, let's take a look here at the market so far on the hourly. A lot of coins up pretty good. CRV is up 7% here. I don't know what's going on with CRV. It looks like a lot of the Ethereum coins are starting to move big, right? CRV, AVE. Maybe that's a good sign for the market. I know Ave's down, it's up 16%. CRV, it wasn't up that much. Let's check out CRV, because it looks like it just started pumping here. Let's even check out the hourly. Yeah, on the hourly, we can see CRV just had a big candle here on the hourly. You see, so some bullish signs here for Ethereum and Ethereum based coins like CRV and AVE. I would just be careful right now, right? Because this could be a big resistance point here for CRV. But I'm telling you, once Ethereum starts to move, guys, CRV, AVE, Shiba, like all the Ethereum meme coins, they're all going to start to move really, really big with Ethereum, following Ethereum. Comp, let's see how comp is doing. I mean, it has been up here on the hourly, just not as much as CRV, but it has been up pretty decently here in the last 2 hours. It might pump up maybe this hour. All right, we might see a pump here for comp this hour. We'll see. So, but next stream, guys, I will be doing live trading next stream. This is the last stream that I do that I do like this, but I will do live trading next stream. And check out your coins too, see which coins to trade on. And I'm gonna see if there's a campaign. I'm gonna check out what the exchange that I use to leverage trade or just trade in general. I'm gonna see if they have a campaign if you guys want to join too. Right? And I'll let you guys know next live stream. Cause I like doing the live trading streams because they're pretty fun. The only thing though is like when I'm trading, I'm pretty focused, so I'm gonna not talk as much. I might not talk as much because when I'm not talking, I'm like focusing, looking at the charts, just analyzing. But they are fun because you know doing some crazy leverage trades. It is pretty fun. So, and look at that Bitcoin. We might hit 107, guys. 107K Bitcoin. Yeah. Shiba and Doge, yeah. Can we hit 107 again? Let's see. Maybe tomorrow we hit 107 or even higher. So this is one of my other indicators too that I coded. It's called the Fib waves. It's based on Fibonacci. Fibonacci values. And I made this indicator because I wanted to get one. I wanted to get an indicator that kind of shows you good Fibonacci values and when to buy, when to sell, right? And you can see here, I made it purposely these colors, right? I made it green here because that's when you want to buy during the fear, during the bear market. And we can see each bear market, every bear market, we come here in the green based on the Fibonacci, the Fib waves. As you can see right here, right? So even the pandemic crash, so even the COVID dip, we come here into the green on the Fib. This is on the monthly too, so you can use this on the weekly. So this is on the monthly, but like one thing here, guys, is next bear market, 100% we will be in the green again. Okay. So I kind of like this indicator for knowing the best times to buy during the bear market, but I also like during the bull market too, the best times to sell. But one thing for sure, we will be back into the green next bear market, and that'll be a good sign on when to buy, like good price points to buy. So I mean the green right here, if we were to drop today to the green, obviously we wouldn't, 44K. So I believe, I think this is going to be a good price to know when we're near a bottom for next bear market, because obviously as Bitcoin goes up maybe to 150, 200, obviously the green is going to move up too, right? Possibly to the 50s or somewhere like that, or even the 60s, I don't know. So let me check here the weekly. And you can see how we go into that orange wave right there, right? I mean, even last bull market, when we come into the orange, that was a great time to buy. That was a great time to buy right there, and we bounce off that orange Fibonacci level, just like we did right here recently. So, which exchange do I use to trade? So the one that I use is BTCC. I do have like a referral if you guys want to use it. If you get like, you basically get money for signing up using my link. The next time I live stream, guys, I'll let you guys know if they have a campaign, and then I'll put a link, and then you guys can join the campaign, and you get probably like a bonus for joining. But you guys don't have to worry about KYC and all that because it doesn't have KYC. Thoughts on Fwag? Take a look at Fwag. I know this is like a meme coin, right? I mean, it's been showing good signs of recovering. I would just be careful. Be careful right now. It's coming down. Maybe a good point to long here or buy would be this price point. We can easily drop, especially for a meme coin, we can easily drop here into this level around 0.6, right? So we might come back down here around 0.6, even 0.5 before coming back up. Kind of similar to right here, right? You see how it was rising here? You see how it was like rising here, and maybe a lot of people didn't think it would come back down that low, but it did. It came back down that low, and it could do the same thing here, coming down to this level. Tech says, I just purchased. Thanks for the discount. Thank you, bro. Thanks for purchasing the course. Appreciate it. Shout out to Thank you, bro. And yeah, I mean, the number one thing about the course, guys, is one thing that I did too about the course that I like about WAP.com. Well, another thing too is WAP. It's been like, I transitioned from Patreon to WAP because WAP has a way better interface. Like, I can actually integrate TradingView on WAP. So now when people want to get my indicators, they just put, like, I already connected my indicators to WAP because it lets you integrate TradingView, and it's super easy now. Like, it's like automatic. But what I like about WAP is that there's an app for it, so you can actually watch my course on your phone, unlike other course platforms. And they have a feature where basically I make it so people watch my course in order. So, you know, there's so many people out there that got ADHD and just skip around and all that. Now, like, you gotta watch it in order, right? Because it's annoying because so many people will buy courses and they'll say, oh, I didn't learn anything, or it was bad and this and that. But that's because they'll just be skipping some parts, and those parts could be important. You know what I mean? So this way you do it in order, and then maybe when you want to go back and look at Signal 5, or, you know, look back when I talk about Fibonacci, you can look back, you can go back after you finish the course. So, and of course, I wanted to over deliver with this course too. So it's not just a course, it's not just 3 hours worth of content. It has a bunch of bonuses like my Fibonacci settings, my technique I basically teach in the course, the Sir Lewis cheat sheet for trading. So I created a cheat sheet that I use for trading. It's this one right here. I'm not going to show you the full thing because obviously it's for the people that buy the course. So this is like part of it. It shows you like the most popular patterns, divergences right here. So how to find these bearish and bullish divergences, patterns, all that. That's included. And the last one is you get access to all my indicators on TradingView for 1 month. So yeah. But yeah, definitely check it out. And thank you, appreciate the purchase. But yeah, next time I stream, guys, I'll definitely be doing a live trading session, so we can see what coins to trade. But it'll definitely be maybe Wednesday, probably Wednesday throughout the day, because it's definitely better trading with the stock market up. Or I mean, even after, it's not that bad, as long as it's not the weekend. The weekend is kind of annoying to trade. So yeah, just want to say thank you guys again. Today was the last, so the discount doesn't end until like 12 a.m. So you guys still have like 3 hours left, around 3 hours left. So if you're still interested, check out, use the code, because then you get 10% off. But then after, it's going to be the regular price, like $219. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you everyone who purchased the course too, by the way, the last 3 days. Thank you to everyone who purchased the course. You guys are amazing. And yeah, if you guys got any questions, just comment them below. in my videos and on my YouTube. So yeah, I'll see you guys next live stream. Watch out for that. We're gonna do some trading. I might come out with a campaign so you guys can join if you guys want to. But love you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. And shout out to everyone who gave gifts on TikTok and also the YouTube super chats. So good night, guys. Peace.